and welcome to Harrington Field here on the campus of Western Washington University for today's match between the Western Washington University Vikings and the St. Martin Saints. Walking out with the Western Washington University starters tonight are the U8 Southside Smash Bros. Walking out with the St. Martin University starters are the U10 Southside Hot Dog Youth Soccer Group. Starting lineups today announced by head coach Rob Walker for the Saints. The goalkeeper, number 28, Nick Mueller. Number 2, Seth Kobata. Number 3, Ethan Judd. Number 7, Jay Mendoza. Number 10, Diego Andrade. Number 14, Christian Gooden. Number 15, David Settle. Number 17, Arjun Gill. Number 19, Angel Alvarado. And number 21, Daniel Shushin. Now, the starters for your Western Washington University Vikings, as announced by head coach Greg Brisbane. His assistants are Matt Zagulius and Kyle Langowski. At defender, a senior co-captain, number 26, Tegan Eldridge. The goalkeeper, out of Michigan, number 29, Patrick Reston. In the midfield, a freshman out of Auburn, number 5, Ryan Roeder. The sophomore midfielder, number 6, Caden Wall. The freshman forward from Sweden, Albin Janssen. At defender, a sophomore out of California, number 8, Jacob Sundberg. And a sophomore forward, number 11, Eric Bunnell. Forward out of Auburn, number 13, Andrew Roeder. At defender, a junior from Buckley, number 17, Mitchell Hutter. And in the midfield, a senior from Mount Vernon, number 20, Dakota Stamnes. Finally, the defender, a freshman out of Sweden, Joar Tidbaum. You can now direct your attention to the right of the scoreboard for the playing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome to Harrington Field. I'm Adam Race here on Viking TV. We've got a GNAC matchup for you today between the number 20 nationally ranked Western Washington Vikings and the visiting St. Martin's University Saints. Vikings come into this game 7-1-3 overall through the first 11 games of the season. 3-1-0 to start Great Northwest Athletic Conference play. That puts them at number 2 in the GNAC, behind only Northwest Nazarene, who earlier today defeated Simon Fraser University at home to jump into an uncontested first place spot. The Vikings trying to strike back with a win today against St. Martin's. St. Martin's on the season 2-7-2. Both of their victories coming in GNAC play. They are 2-2-1 in the GNAC, sitting in 5th place overall in the conference. Vikings were off to a great start, undefeated in their first 10 games, a record for the program, but picked up their first loss Thursday in Burnaby against Simon Fraser University to fall to 7-1-3 on the season and 4-1-0 in GNAC play. A tough 2-1 loss. Early goals were exchanged, but a 72nd minute winner from the Red Leafs broke the unbeaten start to the season from the Vikings. Vikings still sitting in the top 25 in the nation, though. Very solid team going both ways. Steadfast defense, one of the best defenses in the nation, as well as one of the best offenses in the GNAC, currently leading the GNAC in goals. St. Martin's University, second to the GNAC in goals. So you could expect possibly a shootout here today. These two teams also boasting two of the most solid goalkeepers in the conference. Nick Mueller for St. Martin's, previously named as one of the leading goals against average goalkeepers in the GNAC, was very solid in a 0-0 draw at home against SPU on Thursday. Between the sticks for the Vikings today is Patrick Restum, who's sporting a 1.67 goals against average in the GNAC, good enough for fourth in the GNAC. Coming off of a GNAC Defensive Player of the Week selection. Lineup for the Vikings today: Roeder, Wall, Janssen, Bonnell, Roeder, Hutter, Stamnus, Tidblom, Eldridge, and Restum. And for the St. Martin Saints, Kobata, Judd, Mendoza, Andrade, Gordon, Settle, Gill, Alvarado, Shushan, Martin, and Mueller. One of the stars on this St. Martin's team to look after is Ethan Judd. 5 goals in 5 GNAC games, leading the conference in goals and goals per appearance. Second place in goals in the GNAC is the freshman out of Sweden for the Vikings, Albin Janssen, currently sitting at 4 goals on the season. In GNAC play, 6 overall. 6 overall to go with 4 assists overall, 16 total points. Very impressive freshman campaign from Janssen. The Vikings will be looking to feed him up top, get him opportunities on the goal. He is absolutely clinical. Vikings took a big blow on Thursday, not only losing their undefeated record, but losing one of the workhorses of their midfield. Kyota Hiate went down with an arm injury with only 2 minutes remaining in the game. Had to be sent from the field. Luckily, saw him pregame, walking around with the players. Good to see him up and about, but a tough loss for the Vikings. He is just so important to how this team runs in the midfield. Hard-working, pressing midfielder. One of the assist leaders in the GNAC was Hiate. Hopefully the Vikings can see him back soon. Today the Vikings looking to bounce back from their first real setback of the season. Such a promising season it's been for them so far. Mentioned Patrick Restum earning Defensive GNAC Player of the Week award. Albin Janssen also winning the weekly award for Offensive Player for September 9th to 25th. He scored 3 goals in 2 games when the Vikings won a pair of games to open GNAC play. One of those games was against the St. Martin Saints, a 5-2 victory in Lacey. Vikings lead the series between these two teams 22-7-2. Currently a 6-game winning streak for Western against St. Martin's, an 8-game unbeaten streak. In home games against the Saints, the Vikings are 13-1-1, 6-1-1 while playing at Harrington Field. Vikings are very good at home. Harrington Field, home of the highest attendance numbers in the GNAC. Good crowd on hand today. Whatcom County Youth Soccer Night here at Harrington Field. Whatcom FC, Rangers, and youth players wearing the jersey, receiving free admission today. It's in the center circle. Ethan Judd looks to get the St. Martin Saints started off, moving right from left. And there's the whistle, and we're underway here. St. Martin's controlling the ball off the kick. Moving to the far side. Moving it now to Alvarado. Alvarado moves it back. Pressure being applied from the Vikings early. Vikings should probably be the favorites in this match, and applying pressure early, that high press that worked so well in their home match against SPU. They won 3-1 in their last time out against in Harrington Field here. Great performance in front of a big crowd. Goals in that game coming from Johan Espinoza, Alessandro Tomasi. That long ball over the top is cut out as well offside there. It's Dakota Stamnus, senior out of Mount Vernon. As I mentioned, Ethan Judd and Alvin Janssen, two of the strikers out on the field today, are two of the best strikers in the GNAC. Judd more of a pure striker though, not yet notching a assist in GNAC play. Does have 5 goals though. Clinical finisher for the Saints. Ball played over, play is switched. Alvarado controls it. He's working against Caden Wall on that far side. They cut it back to the middle. Moving now with Andrade. Shushan, back to Andrade. Shushan has it, works his way back towards midfield. Andrew Gill now. Gill in the middle. Looking for Alvarado, but it's cut out. Finds its way, Andrade working for it. He won't get it though, as it's picked out by Ryan Roeder. Roeder trying to move it the other way. Long ball through. Mueller's going to have to come out and control that one. It was an interesting ball there, tried to play through to Eric Bonnell. Just a little bit too much off as it skipped off to the turf here at Harrington Field. Found its way to Mueller. On the wing working as Shushan. Has it back. Jay Mendoza wearing the captain's R-band today for the Saints. Both teams working back and forth. Only one really incisive ball played through, and it went all the way through to Mueller. Just feeling each other out, trying to find the cracks in the defense. This Vikings team is getting some very good production out of young players like Alvin Janssen. Very talented team. One of the more talented men's soccer teams that we've seen for Western Washington in the last few years. We've heard a lot of success about the women's team here at Western, who are also ranked in the top 20 nationally. But now that success spreading to the men as well. On the wing, that's a hard sliding tackle. Sends it out of play. That was Christian Gordon on the tackle. Western Washington, one of only 4 programs in the nation to have both its men's and women's soccer teams ranked in the D2 National Top 25. Viking women coming in the top 15 as well. Ball's won back by the Saints. Playing it through for Andrade. Looking for room, trying to play it through now to Judd. Judd trying to work around Yor Tidblom, but he cannot. Tidblom takes it off him, sends it back upfield. Roeder switches the play over to the veteran Tegan Eldridge. Wearing the captain's R-band tonight for the Vikings. Janssen looking for a ball through, trying to find some space. Pass there was miscued and taken away easily by Seth Kobata. On the wing now is Gill. Working against Janssen, who comes back in defense now. Turning is Andrade, trying to send it through. Gill earns a throw in on the near side corner. In the middle, Judd fighting for it, wins it, sends it into the corner for Gill. Gill working against Eldridge, puts on some moves, but Eldridge is right there. Very solid defense from the senior. That ball gets in weakly, and it's easily cut out by Roeder. That's just a great defense we're used to seeing out of Tegan Eldridge. Shut down there in the corner. When you have a star like Ethan Judd in attack, Vikings are going to put Tegan Eldridge on him. Try to just take him out of the game entirely. First 5 minutes gone. Neither team taking a distinct advantage yet. That ball's played through to Gill. He'll get to it. Judd in the middle. Gill working against. That was Mitchell Hutter. Playing good defense and a little nutmeg there. Earns a throw in now. Saints working down this left wing. Vikings solid in defense, not letting them through. One of the top-ranked defenses in D2 right now for these Western Washington Vikings. They do not allow many goals, and in GNAC play, they have scored a lot of goals as well. That's won by Janssen. Going the other way. Janssen and Bonnell working forward. Janssen running with it himself. Cuts to the side. It cut out. Slide tackle there from Christian Gordon. Sends it away. Perfectly timed tackle there. That'll be a corner kick. First corner of the match. This is a Vikings team that's scored many of their goals in the second half. We saw that last time out here in Harrington Field. They scored 2 against Seattle Pacific University. Pick up a 3-1 victory. That corner is sent in. Headed down. Scramble in the box. Both teams fighting for it. St. Martin's comes away with it, clears it out. Goals last time out here at Harrington from Johan Espinoza and Alessandro Tomasi. That ball's cut out. Header attempted there by Caden Wall. Didn't go anywhere. That's a foul there committed by Dakota Stamness. St. Martin's take back control after the Vikings have their first real look at goal. Long ball sent forward. Looking for Alvarado. Taken easily there by Patrick Reston. Ball down the left wing. Does not find its target. Just looking for Andrew Roeder on the far side. Roeder to Roeder connection. Did not come through there. Throw now for the Saints. That one trickled out of bounds, just barely over the line. Saints have another throw in. Vikings working forward now with Janssen. Janssen has space on the ball from Bonnell. Janssen has an open goal. He shoots. He scores! Calm as you like. Albin Janssen slots it away. 1-0 Vikings with 36 left to play in the first half. Just a good move from there from the Vikings. But now gets it at the top of the box. Plays the through ball to Janssen. Janssen just takes it around Nick Mueller easily. Puts it away calmly. And that means Janssen and St. Martin's Ethan Judd are now tied atop the GNAC for total goals with 5 apiece. Referee's calling both teams to the sideline now. We're going to have a stoppage here for drone delay. There's a drone hovering above the field to the north side. The refereeing crew is going to halt the game here directly after that goal from Albin Janssen. Janssen, that is his 5th GNAC goal on the season. That is his 7th overall goal. for Eric Benelli. Picks up his second assist on the season. Very well played ball. Find Janssen running into space. That's exactly the start the Vikings wanted after picking up a loss Thursday against Simon Fraser. Early statement against St. Martin's here at Harrington Field. In that game on Thursday against Simon Fraser, Kyoto Hiate going down with a arm injury. I only say that because I saw him here before the game. His arm in a cast. Went down with an injury, and teams had to endure a 75-minute delay for an ambulance to arrive to help Hiate. The Vikings once again experiencing a mid-game delay. Delay on Thursday was at the very end of the game, but this one near the beginning. Head referee calling the teams back on the field. See if the St. Martin Saints can react and adapt to this 1-0 deficit they find their way in. See if the Vikings can try to pour it on, try to end this one early. We know the St. Martin's team can score with the best in the GNAC. Coming into this game ranked second in goals in the GNAC. Said before the game it could be a shootout. St. Martin's gives possession away to start away here. Ball sent to Bunnell. Caden Wall working with it. Sends it across, looking for Janssen again. Janssen trying to run onto it, and he just gets to it on the far side, but it's cut out there. Strong defense from Daniel Shushan. Vikings have possession again now. Moving forward with Hutter. Hutter working around the defense. There's a long ball over the top, but it's cut out by Seth Kobata. Ball looking for Eldridge. He won't be able to get to it. Mueller will clean up. Eldridge venturing way up from that right back position. Ball was played from the midfield. He had some space, but through ball was just too close to Mueller, the goalkeeper. St. Martin's endured a lot of shots in their game Thursday against SPU, but Mueller and their defense mustered up 2 goal line clearances to keep it scoreless, ended with a 0-0 draw, but the Vikings get an early breakthrough. St. Martin's has to move forward now. Settle. Moving forward with it now. Makes a move in the box, looking for space. Eldridge cuts it out well. Corner kick. Tegan Eldridge early in this game has been locked down on that right back position. Exactly what you'd expect from the captain. Captain approaching the WWU record for total appearances, which is held by Drew Farnsworth. He could reach that mark by the end of the season, as could fellow senior Gus Deal. Deal not in the starting 11 today. Corner played short. Picked up in the corner. Sliding tackle there was a good one from Caden Wall. Earns a throw in. And the threat is averted by the Vikings. Last time out at Harrington Field against SPU, the Vikings had some trouble getting the ball up forward to Albin Janssen, getting him opportunities. He's the kind of player, he only needs one opportunity, as we've seen already in this game, to make a big impact on the game. Apple long played forward, look for Stamnus, won't find him. Oh, as he does get it now, the ball trickles out of play for an SMU throw. Saints passing it around the back, looking for a way forward. Pressure being applied by Janssen. Coolly worked there by Daniel Shushan, getting out of pressure, working it to the right side now. Alvarado. Jay Mendoza stands still at the midfield. Shushan and Stamnus just stared at each other for a second there. Shushan does work it forward now on the left wing with Gill. Plays it back into the middle. Stamnus gets a foot on it, but it falls right back to the Saints. Mendoza went down there, but no foul called. And they're looking the other way at Bunnell. Cleared away long. Zach Martin was the last defender back for the Saints, and he clears away the danger. Loud and rowdy crowd here tonight, with Whatcom Youth Soccer in attendance. Sounds like a daycare out here. Stamnus. Back to Hutter. Hutter working against the SMU captain, number 7, Jay Mendoza. Hutter wins it, plays it forward to Bunnell. Eldridge now controlling it in the box, sends it into the middle off the side netting. Goal kick for SMU. Incredible to see Eldridge do that defensive work on the right wing and then also get up, be a part of the attack. He controls that whole right side of the pitch. That through ball attempt is cut out there. .30 minutes remaining in the first half. Vikings with a dream start. SMU trying to fight back. The battle there between Alvarado and Tidblom. Tidblom wins it, and he wins a throw. Saints yet to put a shot up on the board. Vikings with 3. Only one of them on goal. Player goes down in the box. Appeal for a penalty. Nothing doing, though. But now working hard, pressing high, putting the pressure on the St. Martin's defense. That's a foul there from Stamnus. Looks like he was pulling on the collar of Shushan. Sliding tackle there from Roeder, sends it out of bounds. Ryan and Andrew Roeder, the two brothers, both starting today. Taken by Hutter. Hutter sends it right back to the Saints with Mendoza. Mendoza works around Wall, tries a roulette and loses it. Here comes Roeder the other way. Bunnell trying to get forward to Janssen. Janssen has it. He plays around the goalkeeper again. He has another chance with the goal wide open. Cuts it back, plays it in the middle looking for Bunnell, and it's cleared away. Second time in this first half that Albin Janssen has dribbled right around Nick Mueller. That time he did not attempt a shot on goal. Tried to cut it back for Bunnell, but it was cleared away by the last line of defense. Bunnell now controlling at the top of the box. Bounces to the hands. Nick Mueller. Deflection there, sent it back to the St. Martin's goalkeeper. Another dangerous ball forward, finding Janssen. He's causing this SMU backline fits right now. Saints really haven't been able to get a threat on goal yet. They've worked it to the wings, but they haven't been able to get it into the middle and really threaten Patrick Restum. Alvarado slides to take control of it. Mendoza in the corner now. Cutting back to the middle is Gill. Taken over by Andrade. Mendoza again. Looking for a way forward. Stamnus working against Mendoza. That one's taken by Bunnell. That was Bunnell and Andrade doing battle in the corner. Head referee telling Andrade, no more of that. Vikings working forward now into the SMU half, running with Wall. Caden Wall lays it off to Eldridge. Back to Roeder. Roeder looking to maybe switch the play. Ball from Tidblom into the corner. Cross coming in. Janssen looked for it. Couldn't get his head high enough to make contact with that one. It's taken by the Saints. Wall trying to win it back here. Eldridge as well, and they do. Ball into the middle looking for Bunnell. A little bit of hesitation there from Eric Bunnell. Wasn't able to get to that ball played through. Looked a little bit dangerous, but it did find its way to Nick Mueller. Working on the far side. Bunnell has it now. Spins, finds the ball. Takes his own shot. Tipped over the bar by Mueller. Eric Bunnell turning and finding the ball at his feet. Taking a crack at it. Reaching up to send it over the crossbars. Nick Mueller. Bunnell had Janssen at the top of the box. Decided to take the shot himself. It was not a bad effort. The corner now, Eldridge to take. Ball in from Eldridge in the middle. Bunnell had a chance at it, but he sends it wide. Just didn't make clean contact there, right in the middle of the box off the corner from Eldridge. Mueller takes the goal kick short. SMU just trying to contain as much possession as they can. Although most of it is coming in their own half so far this matchup. Ball finds Gill. Look for space on the left wing. This is where the Saints have worked forward all game on that left wing with Gill. Combo of Mitchell Hutter and Tegan Eldridge have shut down that attempt as they have all game. Vikings now with the throw. Through to Bunnell. Janssen trying to win it, cannot. But now it falls through to Janssen. Back to Stamness. He'll hold it up and play it back. Roeder in the midfield. Alvarado running after it. Can't get to it, though. Vikings maintain possession. But now it's taken back by the Saints. Little misplay there from Roeder. Gives the Saints some space going forward. But it's taken back by Stamness. Vikings working to win it at the back line, and they do. There's a foul there called against the Vikings. Bit of a dangerous position. Players doing battle for the ball on that back line. And the call goes in favor of St. Martin's. This is a dangerous opportunity. Chance to put the ball on net. Try to test Patrick Reston for the first time this game. St. Martin's still without a shot. Vikings with 5. Force one save out of Nick Mueller. Alvarado and Mendoza are standing over it. Alvarado takes it, steps over it, sent over to Mendoza, cleared away, and cleared out. Saints opted to try to pass it into the middle instead of shooting directly and did not get past the first man of that Vikings defense. Patrick Reston, first involvement of the match here as he picks up that through ball attempt. Sends it back to Mitchell Hutter. Hutter, long ball searching for Alvin Janssen, and it does find him. Janssen, beautiful touch to take that one down. Has it in the corner, and it'll be a goal kick. Well played there from Christian Gordon. He's had a few Good defensive efforts, well-timed tackles, and that one just took the ball off Janssen, who was trying to maybe get the ball into the middle from the goal line there. Beautiful night here in Bellingham. Still waiting for the first rain of the fall here in Bellingham. Warmer night than maybe you'd usually expect in early October. Great time to play some soccer, though. Ball taken by Gordon, working in between the lines. Caden Wall applies pressure, force him to play it back now to Mendoza. Mendoza into Settle. Settle trying to take possession back, but he loses it. Janssen had it there, and Bonnell trying to play forward. Andrew Roeder cut out. Pass was searching in the middle there for Ethan Judd, who hasn't really been able to put an effect on this game yet. The leading goal scorer for the Saints, Patrick Restum, picked it out easily. Judd with 5 goals on the GNAC slate so far this season. That long ball through to Roeder in the corner. Very well played, perfectly weighted. Finds Roeder in the corner. Looking for space, cuts it back. Still has it at the top of the box. Chance to shoot as he does, and it's low and left. We'll have our first substitutions of the match. Bellingham native Alessandro Tomasi, goal scorer against SPU, comes in, as well as Lucas Hakamada and Johan Espinoza. So both of the goal scorers against SPU now on the field. Stamnus coming off, as well as Andrew Roeder and Eric Bonnell. Bonnell provided an assist. On a goal from Janssen. That's cheaply won back there. Taken by Hakamada. Hakamada looking for Janssen. Janssen gets to it, sends a ball into the middle. Far side, working with it now. Alvarado. Alvarado on the wing with it. Back to Judd, back to Alvarado. Alvarado cuts it back to midfield. Mendoza. Now on the left side. Shushan and Mendoza. SMU looking for a way through this stalwart Vikings defense. They haven't found one yet. 20 minutes remaining in this first half. That ball played through, looking for Judd. Judd gets on the end of it. Diving effort by Restum, picks it right out of the feet of Judd. Brave goalkeeping from Patrick Restum. Ethan Judd controlled it there in the box. Restum just went down there and grabbed it from him. First time they've really tested Patrick Restum. Ball over the top, searching for Tomasi, but it's too far and taken by Mueller. Alessandro Tomasi, senior out of Bellingham, Washington. The local kid went to Squalicum High School in the northeast of Bellingham. Biggest player on the field, besides David Settle of SMU. Tomasi's 6'3", Settle is 6'4". Tomasi, a big, imposing forward going through. Alvarado loses it there, but he'll get the throw in. Alvarado in the middle, a little bit of space, trying to play it through to Judd, but it's cut out easily there. Mitchell Hutter. Hutter now going the other way, trying to start a counterattack. Tomasi running forward, as well as Janssen. Plays it back, and it's cut out. Hakamada there, couldn't control it. SMU now trying to work the other way. Alvarado with a little bit of space on the right. Judd in the middle. Alvarado working into the block. Plays it into Settle, and it's saved. David Settle had a Pretty clear-cut opportunity in the middle of the box. Took it first time, sent it right to Patrick Restum, who controlled it. First shot for the Saints, first save for Restum. Tomasi to Eldridge. Moving forward now is Eldridge, and he plays it back to Hutter. Roeder plays it down the left wing. Now back to Hakamada. Hakamada trying to play it through the wall. Espinoza now. Loses it. Taken by the Saints. Settle now. Saints have opted to play it short after regaining possession for much of this game, just trying to control possession and start from the back. Hakamada now through to Tomasi. Tomasi turns back, finds Hakamada. Misplayed pass there by Hakamada is taken out by Alvarado. Saints still looking for that spark plug on their team who will get something started going forward. Leading goal scorer, of course, is Judd, but they haven't been able to really get him any great opportunities thus far. That one is kicked away by Ryan Roeder. We'll have a substitution now. Sub will be for the visitors. Coming into the game, Nathan McClellan for Daniel Shushan. McClellan, sophomore midfielder out of 9 Mile Falls, Washington. Also coming to the game is Paul Lopez for Arjun Gill. Lopez, freshman out of Duval. Long throw in from Alvarado into the box. Settle gets ahead to it. Looking for Judd, and Judd puts it away! Settle went up with all 6'4" of his frame, got it on his head, over to Judd. And he slotted it past Patrick Restum into the side netting on the left side. And out of seemingly nowhere, the Saints have equalized here, 1-1. It was a long throw-in from Alvarado. David Settle, tallest player out on the field, was able to knot it through to Judd, who now retakes his lead in the GNAC. GNAC leading scorer now has 6 goals in 6 GNAC games. Surpasses Albin Janssen. That's exactly the break that St. Martin's needed. They were having a lot of trouble finding a way through the Vikings defense. Only 2 shots on the game, but one of them has gone in. See how Western responds here. 2 top scoring teams in the GNAC, both putting up goals in the first half. Janssen fighting for the ball there. Foul is called. Referee stops the clock as he's giving a yellow card to Albin Janssen. Janssen was chasing after that ball that was controlled by Andrade. Kind of took Andrade down, and that's enough for a yellow card. And that last goal by SMU, it was off a set piece, one of the set pieces that people usually don't think about as attacking threats or throw-ins, but when you have someone like Alvarado who can chuck it all the way into the box and look for a big target man like Settle, those can be real dangerous set pieces, just like any free kick. And SMU has one of those free kicks here. About 35 yards out. Looks like it'll be taken by Nathan McClellan, the substitute. 2-man wall. McClellan lofts it in, looking in the middle there for Judd, but Judd can't direct it towards the goal. There'll be another substitution here for the Vikings as they try to respond to the goal from SMU. Janssen will come off now into the game. Danny Fazio. Elliot Rains also coming into the game. Rains, a sophomore out of Olympia. Fazio, senior, local kid out of Bellingham. Tegan Eldridge tries to get that one, but it's sent out for a Vikings throw. Hakamada back to Eldridge, now with Wall. Hakamada working with it, trying to find a way throughward. Here's taken in the corner, sent way over everybody. That was Elliot Rains trying to get a cross in, but did not find anyone. Controlled now by Hakamada in the midfield. Most of the play going forward has been from the Vikings. That's a hard, crunching tackle there. Diego Andrade. Foul is against Mitchell Hutter, and it'll draw a yellow card. Yellow card first being awarded to Albin Janssen of the Vikings, and now Diego Andrade, midfielder for the Saints, picks up a yellow. Standing over the free kick is Ryan Roeder, as well as Tegan Eldridge. Plenty of men forward for the Vikings, looking to get on the end of this free kick. It will be from Eldridge. Ball sent in by Eldridge. A little bit low. Espinoza tried to get to it, but it was cleared away. Controlled by Tidblom. Tidblom on the far side looking for Hakamada. Hakamada can't get to it. That one's cut out by the Saints. Settle. Surrounded by Vikings, but he keeps the ball with the Saints. Paul Lopez took that back for St. Martin's as they play back to the keeper. Mueller being pressed by Tomasi, clears it away. Judd and Hutter went up for that one. Hutter, much taller than Judd, so he does win the header, but it falls back to the Saints now with Settle. One back by Wall. Tomasi to Hakamada. Hakamada surveying his options, plays it down the corner. Elliot Rains. Elliot Rains through to Tomasi. Tomasi sends it wide to the right. That was a great opportunity from Alessandro Tomasi. Good ball through by Rains to find him. Tomasi would like to do better with that opportunity, at least put it on goal and test Nick Mueller. Could have been 2-1 right there. Encouraging signs, though, for the Vikings. The substitute, Rains and Tomasi, put together a nice little combination. Ball into the middle, dangerous collision there in the back. That was Elliot Rains. And a big collision with Christian Gordon on that back line, and it'll earn a yellow card for Elliot Rains very soon after coming on. High fives between those two players, no hard feelings, just a coming together as they were both going for the ball. It was a dangerous pass in the back from the Saints. Rains went all out for it, as did Christian Gordon. Long ball played forward by Mueller. Settle gets ahead to it, but it's back to Eldridge, who clears it away. Chested by Tomasi. Rains can't control it. Pass was a little bit off from Tomasi, and Rains couldn't go and corral it. Settle now. Andrade through to Judd. Settle Opportunity in the box. Blocked away and cleared. And SMU is asking for a handball there against Mitchell Hutter, but handball is called against St. Martin's. David Settle got a hand to that one in the box. And the ball now going the other way for the Vikings. Ball definitely came up and hit something. Head referee says it was Settle. Looking for Hakamata and Tomasi in the corner, but they're offside. Less than 10 minutes remain in this first half. Vikings have put up 8 shots to the Saints 4, but both have found the net, 1-1. It was the 2 leading goal scorers in the GNAC, Ethan Judd and Albin Janssen, who found the net. As Judd now plays it forward, looking for Alvarado. Alvarado, as it's headed back and spilled out for a corner. Ball was headed back by Dakota Stamnus, I believe. Excuse me, that was Danny Fazio who headed that ball back, trying to get it to his goalkeeper, Patrick Reston. Reston couldn't control it. It goes out for a corner. Second corner kick of the match for the Saints. As that one looks to have just found the head of Christian Gordon and then deflect off a Viking defender. Corner kick now in the other end. That was a dangerous ball over the top. Gordon did get ahead to it. Just cut out by the Vikings at the last. Corner for the Saints. Sent in short. Looking for Alvarado. Alvarado, curling effort over the bar. Alvarado from about 25 yards out. Tried to just bend it into that far top right corner. Didn't end up all that close, though. Did not challenge Restum. Dangerous ball here is taken by the Saints. Diego Andrade cuts it out. Working in the corner, but a throw in for the Vikings. Tomasi heads it out for a St. Martin's throw here on the near touchline. After a slow start, St. Martin's has got some opportunities going forward, has put one away. Coming into this game, 5th place in the GNAC to the Vikings' 2nd place. Vikings also ranked in the top 25 in the nation. Saints trying to play spoiler here at Harrington. That ball finds Settle. Settle moving forward. Judd with him as well as Lopez. Settle takes it himself, though. Shoots right into the arms of Patrick Restum. Second shot that Settle has had in the box on that right side. Both of them have ended up right into the grasp of the Western goalkeeper. Settle had Judd Paul Lopez running with him. Opted to take it himself, though. Hakamata controls it. Plays it back now. Tidblom. Espinoza controls it. Eldridge calling forward on the far side. And he gets it. Caden Wall cut out. Western throw, though. Hakamata fighting for it. Gets ahead to it. He does control it. Sends it through, trying to find Espinoza, but it's taken back and cleared away. Controlled now by Rains. Espinoza looking for Eldridge. Eldridge with a bit of space. Great sliding tackle there. That was Paul Lopez sliding in the box to cut out that opportunity for Tegan Eldridge. We've seen some really well-timed slide tackles from this last line of defense for the Saints. stopping attacks at the pivotal moment. Of course, always risky to go to ground in the box. Mistime it and you will give away a penalty, but they've been flawless thus far as Eldridge sends the corner in. Ball's now Espinoza, kicks it right into the face of Jay Mendoza, who's now down on the ground. Referee does not stop play, though, and now a free kick for the Vikings, and the referee will now call the clock to stop as they take a look at Jay Mendoza. Espinoza tried to send it towards the goal, went right up into the face. Hope he's all right here. Training staff has not yet gone out on the field, and Mendoza will now rise to his feet. The Vikings now have a free kick in a very dangerous position. Edge of the box on the corner. They could go for goal or send it in the middle here. Standing over it alone is Johan Espinoza, freshman out of Henderson, Nevada. Now SMU coaching staff's out on the field to take a look at Jay Mendoza. Head coach Rob Walker out there. Mendoza will go to the sideline. Try to get his bearings. It will be a substitution now. Mendoza will come out. Caden Martin will come in. Sophomore out of Valley Ford, Washington. SMU being cautious and taking Mendoza off after he took that ball to the face. Looks like a three-man wall for the Saints as they have the difficult task of trying to defend against both a direct shot and a cross. Either of them could come from the free kick taker, Johan Espinoza. That means the Vikings have some numbers in the box and less Saints in the box. Espinoza takes it direct, off the post, on the line, it trickles in! Johan Espinoza takes the free kick directly. It went off the post, back off of Nick Mueller, just danced on the line, and eventually found its way across. And the Vikings, with just 4 minutes remaining in the first half, have retaken the lead, 2-1. Oh, lays from the crowd there as Johan Espinoza. He scored last time out at Harrington Field against SPU. Now he puts away a free kick to make it 2-1 here. Fortunate bounce for the Vikings, but they'll take it. Saints immediately looking to respond with Nathan McClellan in the corner, working against two Vikings. And it's cleared away by Rains for an SMU throw-in. Espinoza was a substitute in this game, did not start, but he comes in and makes an impact here in the first half. Espinoza's second goal on the season. First one came against SPU. So he picks up his first 2 goals of the season, just a few games span. That is massive if the Vikings can hold on to this lead. Going into the breakup 2-1, so different than going in 1-1. Spirits are going to be a lot higher in that locker room if this score holds. I'm sure the Vikings felt that they deserved to be in the lead. They've had 10 shots, SMU's 7. Nakamana takes the ball back, gives it to Mossy, who feeds it through for Rains. Rains trying to run onto it, just can't get to it. Settle has it taken away by Hutter. Hutter plays it through. Raines heads it out of bounds, though. We're going to call a foul there. Hutter was fouled. It'll be a free kick for the Vikings. They play it back into the middle for Tidblom. Referee wants them to take it again, though. Took it too quickly. Hutter stands over it again. Looks at his option, plays it short instead to Eldridge. Back to Tidblom, the lone center back for the Vikings right now. Now he's joined by Hutter. Tomasi controls it. Trying to get into that final attacking quadrant. Raines controls it. Working into the middle, trying to play it through for Espinoza. Cannot find him, though, and Mueller collects. 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Roeder. Working on the far side was Roeder and Fazio, but now it finds its way back to Wall. Wall to Hakamada. Vikings just passing it around, looking for a way through. Letting this clock run. I'm sure they'll be very happy to go into the break up. Hakamada now. Plays it back again now to Tidblom. That ball trickles through to Hutter. Hutter, long shot. A little optimistic there. Mitchell Hutter. It didn't come close to challenging the goal of Nick Mueller. And with 35 seconds remaining in this first half, Mueller is in no hurry to take the goal kick. Gets it away now, though. Vikings working through for Tomasi. Perhaps one last chance in this first half. Tomasi plays that ball long into the middle, look for Raines. Raines, errant header, goes out of bounds, and that is going to count down the first half here from Harrington Field. Vikings lead the Saints 2-1. Goals from Albin Janssen, Johan Espinoza, and a goal by Ethan Judd of SMU. The two top scoring teams in the GNAC putting points on the board, putting on a show here at Harrington. We'll be back in a little bit from Viking Field and Viking TV. back to Harrington Field. I'm Adam Race with Viking TV. We've got the second half on tap for you here between the Western Washington Vikings and the St. Martin Saints. Score after 45, Vikings 2, Saints 1. Western's goals came from Johan Espinoza and Albin Janssen. Janssen dribbled around the keeper and slotted away early in that first half. Response from the Saints, Ethan Judd tied it up, but then at the end of that first half with only a few minutes remaining, Johan Espinoza rocketed a free kick off the post and then back off the goalkeeper, Nick Mueller, and it just dribbled across the line and make it 2-1. Vikings, usually a second half scoring team, doing damage early in this one. The Vikings went in a dangerous area now to start the second half, working with his reins. Back to Tegan Eldridge, the captain. He'll play it back safely to Tidblom. Looking in the corner for Jakob Sundberg. Wall with it. Ryan Roeder will play it back now to Mitchell Hutter. Starters for the second half of the Vikings: Restum, Roeder, Wall, Janssen, Sundberg, Bunnell, Roeder, Hutter, Stamnus, Tidblom, and Eldridge. A couple changes there from the first half. Eric Bunnell coming back in. He started the game, but came out halfway through that first half after picking up an assist on the goal from Albin Janssen. 11 out there for the Saints right now: Mueller, Kobata, Judd, Mendoza, Andrade, Gordon, Settle, Gill, Alvarado, Shushan, and Martin. And the Saints' leading goal scorer, Ethan Judd, put one away in that first half. He's a guy who takes a lot of shots, 26 shots going into today in the GNAC season. Put up 6 goals with those. But today he's only needed 2. He's put 1 on goal, and it's found the net. Vikings outshot the Saints 11-7 in that first half. Western's goalkeeper, Patrick Restum, however, was forced into 2 saves, while Nick Mueller of St. Martin's only had to make 1 off of an Eric Bunnell shot that he just had to tip over the crossbar. A couple of shots from St. Martin's David Settle. Settled into the hands, Patrick Restum. Free kick here for the Vikings. Battle going forward by Arhun Gill. Excuse me, free kick for the Saints. Janssen trying to work there against Seth Kobata. Kobata takes it off him. The Vikings retain control. Trying to run into a little bit of space here is Andrew Roeder, but that one is going to trickle out of bounds. St. Martin's throw. Vikings with a win today would tie Northwest Nazarene atop the GNAC. Both teams would have a 4-1-0 record in GNAC play if the Vikings can hold on to this lead. Different story for St. Martin's. Only 2 wins this season have been in GNAC play. They're 2-2-1 in conference competition, sitting in 5th in the conference right now. Coming into today on a 3-match unbeaten run, though. Last match was a 0-0 draw at home against SPU. Little move there in midfield by Jay Mendoza, captain for St. Martin's, maintains the ball and moves it forward. Running onto it now is Caden Martin. Martin trying to play through Ethan Judd, but it falls through to Patrick Restum. We'll pick it up calmly, redistribute. Switching for Janssen on the left wing. Finds him. Janssen plays a ball down in the middle for Sundberg. Jakob Sungberg on it, off the face of Zach Martin. And out for a Western corner. Zach Martin taking one for the team there as Sundberg kicked it right up to the face. Looks no worse for wear, though. Earlier in that first half, Jay Mendoza of St. Martin took a ball to the face in the box and was down for a couple minutes, had to come off. He's found his way back onto the pitch, though. Good to see nothing serious came of that. Andrew Roeder in the corner with Eldridge, who sends a ball in, but it's cleared away there. Christian Gordon headed that one out, only as far as Hakamata, though. Janssen in some space, trying to work the ball into the box. Gets around his defender cleanly, plays it into the middle. It's cut out, and a shot there from Eldridge ends up in the hands. Nick Mueller. Alvin Janssen, nice little move to create space in the box, but could not find a dangerous option. Eldridge ended up taking a shot from an odd angle that just did not trouble Mueller very much. Now an opportunity going forward for the Vikings. Shot comes, and it's wide, high and left. Andrew Roeder had a good chunk of the goal wide open as he was moving right to left across goal. Had Nick Mueller running after it, but he just couldn't put it on frame. That is a golden opportunity the Vikings wish they had back. They could have made it 3-1 there. Early on in the second half, though, Vikings have had the opportunities, but now St. Martin's trying to change that. Slide tackle from Hakamata does not work. Going into the corners, Diego Andrade tries to send it in, but it goes straight to Patrick Restum. First meeting between these two teams was a 5-2 demolition job by the Vikings in Lacey. Ball over the top looking for Andrew Roeder. Roeder in the box, has it. Back heel there to Hakamata, but he can't control it. Nifty bit of skill by Andrew Roeder. He was running onto it in the box, but just didn't feel that he was going to be able to get a shot off, so he just flicked it back, looking for Hakamata. Lucas Hakamata couldn't quite get to it with a slide. Ball cut out by Hutter. Foul there. It's Caden Martin. The foul on Lucas Hakamata there in the Vikings defensive end. Two of the top scoring teams in the GNAC. They both put up goals in that first half. Exciting game here at Harrington so far. SMU working at the edge of the box. Caden Martin swarmed by WWU defenders and it's taken away. Last touch there was by Alvin Janssen coming back in defense and cutting that tack out. Long ball. Passed back safely to Mueller. Chips it back to Kobata. SMU spent a lot of time in that first half passing around the back, trying to work their way through this very solid Vikings defense, one of the best defenses in the nation in D2 right now. They were able to find a way through on a throw-in, but otherwise they haven't found the solution for this back line of the Vikings. Saints working forward at the edge of the box is Gill. Gill looking in the middle. There's a shove there, and it's a foul, and it is a penalty kick for the Saints. Going down was Diego Andrade there. And the shove, I believe, came from Caden Wall. Just went into the back of Andrade. Andrade went down. And now a golden opportunity for St. Martin's to knot it back up at 2 early in this second half. That is a tough break for the Vikings. Defensive mistake. Patrick Restum, though, the goalkeeper, still has a chance to make up for it if he can come up with a stop. Taker will be Diego Andrade, the sophomore out of Covington, Washington. Against the senior out of Okemos, Michigan, Patrick Restum. Andrade takes, slots it Coley into the bottom right corner. Vikings 2, Saints 2. Andrade draws the penalty, and Andrade converts the penalty. And we're all square here in Harrington. Andrade sent Restum the wrong way. Restum diving to his right. Andrade just rolling it into that bottom left corner. Now the Vikings need to respond. Looking for Eldridge on the far side. He has some space here. Trying to get into the middle. Could not find a blue shirt though. Trying to work with it is Hutter, the center back, running through the defense, but he loses it. Pressure there applied by Sundberg, who wins the ball back. Good press from Jakob Sundberg. Moving forward now, looking for Janssen. In the middle is Roeder as well as Sundberg. Janssen trying to take it himself, and it's cleared away. That'll be a corner for the Vikings. Andrade got back on defense and cleared it over that back line. Vikings sending everybody but Elliot Rains up. Andrew Roeder looks to be making the run, perhaps to play it short. Tegan Eldridge is the taker. Eldridge will send it into the middle, though. Over the keeper, but over everyone else as well. Went off the head of one of the Saints, and it'll be another corner for the Vikings. Ball was lofted to the far post. Could not find a boy in blue. Vikings have another corner here, though. Sent in. Low corner. Cleared away by the first man. Shot there from Roeder. Low and wide. Andrew Roeder running onto that ball that bounced out of the box. As a player, your eyes light up at that kind of opportunity. Just take a crack at it. Just didn't make perfectly clean connection with it, though. Rains battling for it, and he does win it back. Eldridge now plays it through to Roeder. Roeder has Janssen in the middle. Plays it through to Albin Janssen. Can't cleanly control it. And it's cleared away. Taken back by Janssen now. Back to Roeder. Attack still on here. Eldridge. Solid defense from the Saints. And at least for a second, the danger is cleared. Hakamada controls it now, though. That'll be a St. Martin's throw. Albin Janssen was in the middle. He just could not control the pass. Andrew Roeder couldn't take it down cleanly and get a shot away. Another good opportunity the Vikings have not taken advantage of. Now Alvarado's running onto it. He's one-on-one, but it's picked up just a step behind. It was Alvarado. Good attacking play going both ways right now. End-to-end soccer. St. Martin's after a 0-0 draw at home found themselves in a much different game. Going to rely more on their offense in this one. Their defense has had some good, well-timed tackles in the box, avoided some dangerous situations, and the offense has done their job to keep it tied here in Harrington against the nationally ranked Western Washington Vikings. Western would surely not be happy to come out with only a draw at home in this match. They need to pick up another goal if they're going to avoid that, though. At least one goal as Alvarado moves forward now, picked up by Reston. Hakamada playing that ball forward. No one was there, though. Controlled by the Vikings on the far end. Tidblom plays it through to Roeder. Roeder moving forward. Plays it off to Janssen. Janssen has a crack at it, takes a deflection at the top of the box and goes out for a corner. We'll have a substitution here. First substitution of the half. It'll be for the Vikings. Eric Bunnell comes back into the game. As well as Dakota Stamness. Coming out is Rains and Hakamada. Bunnell had the assist on the first goal that Janssen scored in that first half. Looking to cause a spark in attack. Trying to get his head to that one, and it's in! Yoar Tidblom! Freshman defender gets his head on it at point-blank range in the box, and it's 3-2 Vikings. We've got a shootout at Harrington. It was a perfect corner, and it found Tidblom at that far post. And he really couldn't put it anywhere but in the goal. Great to see a quick response here from the Vikings. St. Martin's causing problems for them in this match. The Vikings have responded, though. With 30 minutes left to play, Western once again has the lead. Ball over the top is taken there by Reston. Headed out there strongly by Jakob Sundberg. Jacob Sundberg, excuse me. Stoppage here in play. That play will restart. St. Martin's moving forward, trying to get a quick response of their own. Third time the Vikings have taken the lead off the Saints. 2 times St. Martin's has equalized. This Western attack just keeps coming at him, though. Both teams taking advantage of the set piece in this match. First goal from SMU coming off of a throw-in. Long throw into the box. Then Johan Espinoza converting a free kick. Now Yoar Tidblom getting in on the fun. heading it home from point-blank range off a corner. Vikings take back control here in the attacking half. St. Martin's regains possession. Long ball over the top, searching for Gill, but it's cut out by Hutter. Errant pass there. Looking for Sundberg, but it trickled through to the sideline. St. Martin's now trying to control it, but they lose it out for a Western throw now. Collision there between Bunnell and Kobana. Referee lets play continue though. Turnover trying to go forward there. That ball through, looked like it could be dangerous, looking for David Settle. Settle could not get a foot to it though, couldn't control it. Ball played forward. Optimistic ball looking for Janssen, but far too much on that pass. Vikings currently lead the GNAC in assists. 3 different assists today. Ryan Roeder, Eric Bunnell, and on that corner, Tegan Eldridge picking up an assist. Eric Bunnell now moving forward. Has a shot of its own. It's pawed away there by Mueller. Fundamental save to his left. Second shot on goal from Bunnell that Mueller has denied in this match. It's right there. Sundberg pushed Espinoza from the back. That'll be a foul. Alvarado now trying to send the ball in. Will not find any SMU players as Eldridge controls it now and clears it away. Eldridge's been all over the pitch in this one. Very solid in defense and also getting in on the attack as well. Picking up the assist on a perfectly placed corner kick. The senior, the captain, leading through example. Now the captain for the Saints, Jay Mendoza, works with it, gets it over to Settle. On the far end now. Cleared away strongly by Hutter, who runs after it. Bunnell trying to control it, but he can't. It's taken by Jay Mendoza. Now with Andrade, trying to find Alvarado. And nobody touched it there. Good defense from Joar Tidblom. Tidblom scoring his first goal of the season and his first goal as a Viking, the freshman out of Norrköping, Sweden. Congratulations, Joar Tidblom, getting his first tally in blue. As a big defender, that'll be your best opportunity on a corner kick like that. He made no mistake. Eric Bunnell now trying to run onto it. Cleared away by Mueller just outside of his box. Had to clear it away with the foot. Foul there by Ethan Judd. Judd, goal scorer in the first half, has not been very involved in the second half thus far. Leading goal scorer for the Saints and leading goal scorer in the GNAC as well. He is a goal-a-game player. He's taken over by Settle, and the Saints look to break. Far end. Cut out there by Hutter. Mitchell Hutter playing good defense on Haroon Gill. Now Andrade will go to the corner to take. Saints have the tallest player on the field and Settle in the box there. That's a low corner though. It's cleared away. Settle now controls it. Top corner of the box. Long ball. Cut out well there. Settle trying to fight for it. Doesn't come up with it though. The Vikings hold the ball up in defense. Bunnell. Caden Wall back to Bunnell. Bunnell plays a through ball looking for Roeder. Roeder run off to it, as is Mueller. Slide tackle from the goalkeeper. Controlled by Roeder in the middle to Janssen. And he just can't get a clean connection on it. Bouncing ball in from Andrew Roeder. Janssen had an open net. Just couldn't strike it. He'll want that one back. It was a very risky decision by Mueller to come out and try the slide tackle there on the through ball. He almost paid dearly for it. Long ball over the top, looking for Janssen. Janssen committed a foul there, working against Seth Kobata, trying to gain space for himself. St. Martin's takes it quickly as they try to work the other way. Mendoza to Settle. Looking for a way forward. Andrade. Alvarado's making a run. Andrade tries to find him. That ball was struck far too lightly, though. It's cut out easily by Jacob Sundberg. But now, forward, finds Stamnus. Stamnus crosses it into the box. Trickles through to Eldridge now at the corner. Sends it back in. Janssen can't get to it. And the danger is cleared away. Counterattacking opportunity for the Saints. Alvarado tries to play through Andrade. In a tussle there. That was a tussle with Joar Tidblom. And he will pick up a yellow card for that. And a second yellow card as Joar Tidblom sent off. Excuse me, that was Tidblom's first yellow card. Sorry to cause any excitement. I thought I saw a red brandished at him, but he will stay on the pitch. That was a 50-50 call as Tidblom and Andrade were both trying to run at that one. Through ball over the top. Tidblom in a little bit of a hand fight with Andrade, and referee determined that he did not allow him through. As a defender, sometimes you take that foul, as that was a dangerous ball over the top. Andrade would have been running into a lot of space, basically one-on-one with Restum. Might be better to just take the foul and the yellow card there. Just give the Saints a free kick instead. Good free kick, almost finds Settle. Settle couldn't get ahead to it though. Good little 1-2 play here from the Saints. Gives them a little bit of space. Going forward is Andrade. Has a shot at the top of the box. Just wide to the left. Andrade was all alone at the top of the box. Had a crack with his right, and it just curled away outside the post. Patrick Restum would not have had a good shot at that one if it had put on frame from Andrade. Western dodged a bullet there. 20 minutes remaining. Interesting to see if the Vikings try to settle down here or push for another goal. Last matchup against the St. Martin Saints, they put 5 up. But now moving forward, over to Janssen. Janssen in the corner, he's got options in the middle. He gets fouled there by Seth Kobata. Clock will be stopped. That'll be a yellow card for Kobata. Referee today not shy about going to the pocket. That is the 6th yellow card that's been given out already in this match. 4 for the Vikings, and that's the 2nd against the Saints. And Western will have a free kick just at the edge of the box. Tegan Eldridge stands over it. Yellow cards on the Vikings for Caden Wall, Albin Janssen, Yor Tidblom, and Rains. Yellow cards for the Saints to Kobata and Andrade. Bit of a chippy match. There's been a lot of very hard-nosed defending, and sometimes that's led to some tough fouls. One-man wall for the Saints. Eldridge sends it in. It was direct, and it was cleared away by Nick Mueller. In the middle now. Quick fire opportunity. Fell for Ryan Roeder. Could not put it the volley on goal. Wow. Substitution for the Vikings coming back into the game. Alessandro Tomasi will come on for Sundberg. Also into the game is Espinoza and Danny Fazio. We saw a similar change happen in the middle of the first half. Tomasi, a big senior from Bellingham, go to the top of this Vikings formation. Albin Janssen, their lead goal scorer, comes off. That one's picked up just at the edge of the box by Restum. A foot wider, and that would have been outside of the box. That Restum handled that, but he knew where he was, and he picked it up calmly. Vikings have put 19 shots on goal. St. Martin's put on 9. Shots in total, that is. As far as shots on goal, though, Vikings put up 6. SMU's put up 4. 3 saves from Mueller, 2 from Restum. It has been end-to-end stuff here at Harrington. Trying to play out of the back here. Tomasi lays it off for Eldridge. Gives it to Espinoza in the middle. Finds Fazio on the side in some space. Gets the ball into the box. Taken down. Controlled. Stamnus couldn't get the shot through the defense there. Albin Janssen is still on the field out there alongside Tomasi. They're both attacking duo up there right now. Janssen had a half chance at that one, didn't take it though. Janssen, Espinoza, and Roeder playing directly behind. That one's in the middle. Trying to take on the chest was Ethan Judd. He was offside, though. I was saying Roeder, Janssen, and Espinoza playing right behind Alessandro Tomasi, who's the lone striker up top. Biggest player on the field for the Vikings, biggest player on the roster. He controls it now, trying to work down the side, but it's cleared out. All the way back to Tidblom. Sends it forward again. Janssen trying to get to it, but he can't. It's taken by Alvarado. Off of Stamnus. Falls for Espinoza. Back to Stamnus now. Tomasi looking for a way forward. Errant pass, tries to find Eldridge. Goes out for a throw-in. 15 minutes remaining in this match. As a reminder, new NCAA rules. There is no overtime in regular season matches such as this. Previously, a tied match would go to overtime, try to determine a winner. But if SMU can find an equalizer before the final horn, it will end in a draw. Throw and finds Stamnus. Stamnus finds Roeder on the wing. Roeder trying to work it back to the middle on the dribble now. Back to Espinoza. Espinoza. Back to Fazio. Fazio moves left and right, trying to find a way through Alvarado, but he can't, and he plays it back to Wall. Tidblom now with it. Vikings controlling the ball here. Just looking for the best way forward, not getting greedy. Janssen running with it now. Plays it around his defender. Can he run onto it? No, he cannot. Good idea there as he kicked it around McClellan and ran after it, but it was cleared out by Christian Gordon. Vikings have controlled these last few minutes. Andrade. Saints now in the attacking third. Ball looking for Ethan Judd. Judd not the tallest forward out there. Got a head to it, but just couldn't send it on frame. Judd, the leading goal scorer for the Saints, has had 3 shots in this game. One of them was on goal and in the goal. Vikings have done a good job of containing Judd so far in this one. Despite the one breakthrough, he hasn't had that many other opportunities. As that one is through and in! David Settle, the 6'4" sophomore out of Seattle, Washington, finds himself all alone in the middle of the box. Heads it calmly into the goal, and it's 3-3 now. Breakdown in communication of that Western back line leaves Settle, the biggest player on the pitch, wide open. And he does not hesitate to put it away. And for the 3rd time in the match, St. Martin's has equalized. We said at the beginning of this game, these are 2 high-scoring teams, and this was a distinct possibility. Assist came from Andrade. He's had a really great impact for the Saints. He drew a penalty and converted it to make it 2-2. And now a perfectly weighted cross into the middle finds Settle to equalize it at 3. Alvarado lofts it in, but it's taken by Reston. Vikings need to reset, regroup, try to retake the lead. Just 12 minutes remaining in this match. Foul there in the middle on Alessandro Tomasi. Foul is by Seth Kobata. Play will be stopped. Just a talking to, it looks like. No card will be coming out against Kobata here. It's been a very physical game. Referee's been busy. 6 yellow cards have been issued. Uncharacteristic for this Vikings team to allow 3 goals. Caden Wall sends that long free kick into the middle. It's put on goal, but weakly taken easily by Mueller. And this is the first time this season that the Vikings have conceded 3 goals in a match. Only 3 teams have been able to put more than 2 past them. Those teams were Regis, Simon Fraser, and this St. Martin's team to start out the GNAC slate. Alvarado controlling it in the middle. Fakes the cross and now sends it back to Andrade. Andrade now, slide tackle there by Stamnus. Doesn't work, Andrade still with it. Great run from Andrade in the corner. Cuts it back again, working against Stamnus. And now he plays it back. Andrade was under an onslaught there from the Western defense, and he kept the ball through it all. Now working with it is Alvarado. Shot is blocked on a slide there from Espinoza. Espinoza, usually an attacking player, gets back and does some good defensive work there. Slide tackle blocks the shot. It'll be a corner, I believe, for the Saints. Ten minutes remaining in this match. Both teams looking for their 4th goal. Andrade's been the spark plug for the Saints. He sends in the corner here. Picked out of the sky by Restum. Great control of his box there. He tries to restart play quickly. Caden Wall plays it through. Tomasi with it. Tomasi looking for Roeder. Can't find him though, as it's picked off by Kobata. The Vikings can't pull out a win in this one. It'll be a tough result to take, leading 3 separate times here at home. Foul there, committed by Dakota Stamnus. Looked like an arm got up and caught Alvarado in the face, and it looks like it'll be a yellow card on Dakota Stamnus. Just a little flail of the arm, catches Alvarado. He goes down in a heap. A warning is issued. 5th yellow card given to these Vikings in this match. Standing over the free kick is Nathan McClellan. Sophomore midfielder. Looks to whip it in. Here comes the free kick. Cleared away there by Eldridge. Falls only as far as Andrade, though. Tries to send it back in, but now Stamnus controls it going the other way. Stamnus running against 2 defenders. Can't get it past the 3rd, though. That was Nathan McClellan on the slide tackle. Now with Settle. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Mueller. Sends a low ball in, right to Caden Wall, but it's taken back by Judd. Settle looking to play it through. A great play there by Eldridge to clear it away. Espinoza and Tomasi play it back to each other. Errant pass there from Tomasi to settle. Tomasi's just been a little bit off in his passes tonight. Not the performance he would like to have here. Eight minutes remaining. Western needs to get another goal and grab a win if they're going to go back atop the GNAC alongside Northwest Nazarene. A draw would have them firmly in second place. Header there from Espinoza goes straight out. This isn't how the Vikings want to be playing at the end of this second half in their own half of the field. They want to be applying the pressure instead of allowing the pressure. I would look for Judd. Judd controls it, facing the wrong way though. Goes down. No foul though. Mendoza. Ball in, picked out by Restum. Restum tries to restart quickly. Rolls it out to Roeder. Hutter, the center back, ran all the way up to try to spark the counterattack. Ball will not find him though, nor will it find Espinoza, who that pass was intended for. Judd gets ahead to it. Gets down to Stamnus though. Tidblom to Fazio. Fazio to Espinoza. Espinoza, Janssen working down the wing. Gets to Fazio. Fazio has a chance to put a cross into the middle. At the far side is Hutter! He scores! Mitchell Hutter all the way back from defense to attack. 4-3 Vikings. What a match! Fazio played a ball to the back post, and Hutter found himself all alone running onto it, and he puts it into the side netting on the far side of the goal. 4-3. Twist after twist in this match. 3 times St. Martin ties it back up. But the Vikings just keep coming. Defenders getting in on the attack for the Vikings. First it was Tidblom off the corner. And now Mitchell Hutter, the junior out of Buckley, gets what could be the winning goal here in what has been a thriller. Vikings just have to hold on to this lead for 5 more minutes. Errant play there from Hutter as it's picked up by Settle. Could be an opportunity here. Espinoza. He's got a chance, and it's off the post and away. Excuse me, that was Angel Alvarado. Was one-on-one with Patrick Restum. Looks like Restum just got a little piece of that one, and he just sends it off the outside of the post. Inches away from a 4th equalizer. Alvarado looks up to the sky. A corner now for the Saints, though. It's picked up beautifully by Restum. Restum went way up to grab that one with 2 hands. Every time the Vikings have taken the lead and seem to be having the advantage, the Saints have come right back with an opportunity of their own. Great wherewithal shown by the visitors, but It may not be enough. In this match, we've had 7 goals, 7 separate goal scorers. Going into this game, we had penned Albin Janssen and Ethan Judd to be having an attacking battle, the 2 leading goal scorers in the GNAC, but although both of them have gotten on the score sheet, the big goals come from elsewhere. Andrade sends a cross in, Reston goes up, bobbles it a little bit, but he does come up with it. Reston taking complete control of his area right now, not letting any crosses fall. 3 minutes and change remaining in this match. Vikings have put 21 shots on the board. 4 of them have found the net. Saints have put 13 up. 3 of them have gone in. That ball into Janssen. Janssen trying to chip the keeper just over the top crossbar. That would have been a volley chip there. Just couldn't get the angle right on it. Would have been a spectacular goal from Janssen. Would have put this game to sleep. There's a quick last-minute substitution for the Saints. Coming onto the field is midfielder Caden Martin, the sophomore out of Valley Ford. Saints need to get something going in a hurry. 2.5 minutes remaining. That won't do as it's sent straight back. Controlled by Hutter. Eldridge sends it long up the field. Controlled by Mueller. Janssen applying the pressure. Mueller gets it off in time, though. Judd and Eldridge doing battle. Excuse me, that was Judge and Hutter. Foul by Judd. Mitchell Hutter's had a great game defensively, as well as having what could be the game-winning goal. Long ball searching for Espinoza. Goes out for a Viking throw-in. It was Seth Kobata. Got ahead to that, sent it out. Kobata gives the ball straight to Espinoza, trying to hurry him up. Just 1.5 minutes remain. If the Vikings can control it in this part of the pitch, they'll be in good shape. Tomasi sends the ball in for Roeder, tries to backheel it over to Janssen. Does not work, though. Setter controls it now. Settle over to on the far end, looking for Caden Martin. Saints need to get the ball up in a hurry. They can't play in their own half of the pitch right now. Collision there between Settle and Judd. Hutter was also in that collision, and the foul will be called on him. And now, with 54 seconds left in the game, Saints have a free kick in a dangerous area. Surely they're going to send everyone they can forward into the box. This could be the last really good look at goal for the Saints. They've done so well at responding here. Do they have one more left in them? Caden Martin stands over the ball. 2-man wall. Ball comes in. Head! Save! Header came from number 14, Christian Gordon, the defender. Didn't have a lot of pace to it, and it was right at Reston. And let's see if the Vikings can just run out the clock here. Espinoza has it, looking for Roeder. Sends it over the top. Tried to get on the first touch. Saints in a scramble now. Mueller sends it as far as he can at the midfield. Tidblom kicks it up in the air. 13 seconds left. Can the Saints get one last shot on goal? Send it forward for Judd. 8 seconds remaining. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last ball into the box. It will not work, and the Vikings have won in a classic. 4-3 Western. Goals coming from Janssen, Espinoza, Hunter, and Tidblom. 4 is just enough for Western Washington to bounce back from their first loss of the season north of the border. Here at home, they pick up a big win, show a lot of resolve against a St. Martin's team that came into Harrington and really wanted to play spoiler, played very well, just kept responding over and over again against a really solid defense that the Vikings have. But for once, the Vikings have to solely rely on their offense, and they get it done. Vikings pick up their 8th win of the season and their 4th in the GNAC, as they now are tied atop the GNAC with Northwest Nazarene University with a 4-0-1 GNAC record. Great result for the Vikings. They'll be in action this Thursday in Monmouth, Oregon against bottom of the table Western Oregon. But tonight, an emphatic 4-3 victory over the St. Martin Saints. I've been Adam Race here on Viking TV. It's been great to have you along with us.